We're now going to work this application problem dealing with Venn diagrams. It says a college survey was taken to determine where students study. Of 149 students surveyed, 89 studied in the library, 79 studied in the student lounge, 34 in both the library and the student lounge. And what we've learned from this section is that as we're writing our information in the Venn diagram, we want to start with the intersection of the two sets. So we can see from the problem that 34 studied in both the library and the student lounge. And so if I've represented one set here as being the students who studied in the library, this one is the ones who have studied in the student lounge, their intersection is going to be in this region, or the second region, when we've labeled them as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to write 34 in that region 2. And then as we look at our problem again, the number of students who studied in the library was 89. So if I'm looking at this entire circle, should include 89 students. So this piece is going to be 89 minus the 34 that have already been accounted for. So this set would have 55 students in it. And then as we go to fill in the third region here, we want to look at, in the problem it said that 79 students studied in the student lounge. So this entire circle should contain 79 students, which means that this region would contain 79 minus the 34, which is 45 students. And then the one other area that we want to fill in would be what would be considered region 4. That would be students who didn't fall into any one of those subsets. So we were told that 149 students total were surveyed, and then if we take the sum of 55 plus 34 plus 45, we would get 134, which leaves 15 students that were surveyed but did not study in either one of those settings. So let's go through a series of questions now that we've represented the problem on our Venn diagram. The first is, of those interviewed, how many studied only in the library? So the Venn diagram would show that this would be the area of students who would have only studied in the library. 34 would be the intersection of both that was given to us in the problem. 45 would be the number of students who only studied in the student lounge. So the answer for this part of the problem would be 55. How many students studied only in the student lounge? That would be 45 students. And then how many did not study in either the cafeteria or the student lounge? So now we're looking at the complement of the union of those two sets. So these would be all of the students who studied in one or the other. The complement of that would be 15, the students who did not study in either the cafeteria or the student lounge.